Welcome back. We've been considering the priority that Jesus placed upon spending personal, intimate time with the Father. That Jesus gave us the example of prayer in his very own life. It remained a priority to him all the way to the point of his death. Now, what we commonly celebrate as communion or the Last Supper, was Jesus celebrating Passover with his disciples just before his crucifixion. At that gathering, the disciples had a debate over which of them was the greatest. Peter must have been very outspoken in the midst of the debate because the Lord addressed him specifically. It's that address, that conversation that I would like to look at today. It's recorded in Luke 22, verses 31 to 34. Beginning of verse 31, we read, "And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, indeed Satan has asked for you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your faith should not fail. And when you have returned to me, strengthen your brethren." But Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, I'm ready to go with you, both to prison and to death." Jesus said, "I tell you, Peter, the rooster shall not crow this day before you will deny me 3 times that you know me. That you will deny 3 times that you know me." Did you follow the conversation? The very beginning part of that? Jesus told Peter that Satan had asked him, Jesus, for permission to sift Peter. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking if I'm Peter, I hear the Lord say that, "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you like wheat." And your instant thought process is, well, I'm glad he asked you, because I know that you probably told him, no, you can't touch one of my anointed. But Jesus continued and said, "I prayed for you, that your faith should not fail. But when you return to me, strengthen your brethren." Satan has asked to sift you, Peter, and I gave him permission. And not only have I given him permission, but I want you to know I'm praying for you in order that your strength, your faith, would not fail. But I know, Peter, that you're going to fall. I know that you're going to fail. And when you are converted, when you repent, when you are turned back to me, strengthen your brethren. Strengthen your brethren. In the 25th and 26th devotionals, seems like a long time ago now, in this series, we considered the part of Jesus' model prayer where he instructed the disciples to pray, quote, "Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one." In those devotionals, we considered the fact that God does indeed allow us to be troubled. If you remember, the Greek word was the word periosmos, which can be translated either temptation or trial. That God then allows us to be periosmos, or troubled, at times in order to strengthen our faith. We are told that he will not allow us, though, to be troubled beyond what we are able to bear. Satan could not do anything to Peter that Jesus did not allow. Jesus allowed it, knowing that Peter could withstand it, but also knowing that he wouldn't. But Jesus then, we're told, prayed in order that Peter's faith would not fail. In a few sessions from now, probably another 10 sessions or so, we'll look at the fact that Jesus intercedes for us on our behalf. It's an amazing thought. It's an amazing privilege that we have. But here's Jesus interceding on behalf of Peter already, knowing that this trial was going to come in Peter's life and that he was going to fail. But in order that his faith would not fail, the Lord interceded. From the dinner, Jesus and his disciples went out to the Garden of Gethsemane. It was there in the Garden of Gethsemane that Jesus then prayed. We'll look at that tomorrow. But he turned to his disciples and challenged them, told them, encouraged them, exhorted them, pray so that they would not fall to temptation. What do you think the Peter and the other disciples did? Same thing they did up on the Mount of Transfiguration. They fell asleep. Jesus told them, pray so you don't fall to temptation. But they fell asleep. Is it any wonder then, when the crowds came to arrest Jesus, that all the disciples fled? And that Peter, even when he gathered the courage to go and follow, wilted and denied Jesus 3 times before the cock crowed, just as Jesus had told him would happen. I want to encourage you today that again, Jesus knows everything about you. He knows your successes. He knows your failures. He knows your weakness. He knows your inabilities. But he also desires for you to grow in his grace and knowledge. Today's a good reminder of that part of the model prayer where we're told to pray and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Praying with the confidence, knowing that he will indeed do that. He will indeed deliver us from the evil one when he allows that troublesome situation to be brought into our life. Pray. Pray in confidence. Pray in exalting the God whom you serve, and have a blessed day.